You know bullies, you know what a bully is, right? And they're bullies. Hamas is bullies. We're gonna have Gaza. We don't have to buy. There's nothing to buy. We're moving him to a beautiful location, and I believe we'll have a parcel of land in Jordan.
I think the president is very happy that we do this thing with 2,000 children as quickly as possible.
2,000 children. Are those from the Gaza Strip?
Absolutely from the Gaza Strip.
Are you willing to change your mind?
That's from the Gaza Strip to 2,000.
Discussions in Riyadh to achieve those opportunities. I'm very delighted to be here.
And Mr. President, take it under what authority? It is sovereign territory.
Under the U.S. authority.
And just to follow up for King Abdullah, can you clarify again, sir, how do you feel about the U.S. taking Gaza, as the president said?
Well, again, this is something that we, as Arabs, will be coming to the United States with something that we're going to talk about later to discuss all these options.
Why should the king take in the Palestinian people? He's made clear he doesn't want to.
Well, I don't know. I think maybe you want to say it now, or...
Well, Mr. President, I think we have to...
Saturday still your deadline for Hamas?
Thank you very much. It's an honor to have King Abdullah with us. He's been a friend of mine for a long time, actually, long before even my first term. And we've had a great relationship. He's a great gentleman, a great leader, and does a fantastic job in his country. We've had some quick discussions just now, and we're going to have some longer discussions after this. If you'd like to say a few words, and thank you very much.
Mr. President, thank you very much for having us in so short after your inauguration. I truly believe that with all the challenges that we have in the Middle East, that I finally see somebody that can take us across the finish line to bring stability, peace, and prosperity to all of us in the region.
And is there a parcel of land in Jordan that you're willing to have Palestinians?
Well, I think what we said, I have to look at the best interests of my country. I think the president is very happy that we do this thing with 2,000 children as quickly as possible.
Mr. President, during your election campaign,
Mr. President, how is the U.S. going to... Why should the king take in the Palestinian people? He's made clear he doesn't want to.
Well, I don't know, but he may have just something to say because we discussed just briefly. I think maybe you want to say it now, or...
Well, Mr. President, I think we have to keep in mind that there is a plan from Egypt and the Arab countries. I think the point is how do we make this work in a way that is good for everybody? I think one of the things that we can do right away is take 2,000 children that are either cancer children or in very ill state to Jordan as quickly as possible.
I didn't know that, what you just said, 2,000 children with cancer or other problems, and that's really a beautiful gesture. That's really good, and we appreciate it. And I know we'll be able to work something also with I believe, not 100%, but 99%, we're going to work out something with Egypt.
King Abdullah, what do you think about the U.S. taking over the Gaza Strip? Do you want to see the U.S. own the Gaza Strip?
Well, I think, as I said earlier, the president is looking at Egypt coming to present their plan. As I said, we will be in Saudi Arabia to discuss how we can work with the president and with the United States. So I think let's wait until the Egyptians can come and present it to the president and not get ahead of ourselves.
some people say this is ethnic cleansing. You won't be able to force them to leave their land.
We're moving them to a beautiful location where they have new homes, where they can live safely, where they'll have doctors and medical and all of those things, and I think it's going to be great. Well, it's not where I want them to live, and I believe we'll have a parcel of land in Jordan. I believe we'll have a parcel of land in Egypt. And, you know, don't forget, they only want to be on the Gaza Strip because they don't know anything else. They never had an alternative. And they don't want to be on the Gaza Strip, but they have no choice. They have to be.
And Mr. President, take it under what authority? It is sovereign territory.
Under the U.S. authority.
Mr. President, how is the U.S. going to own Gaza? Your White House has made clear taxpayer dollars won't be used for this. So what money are you going to use to buy Gaza?
We're not going to buy anything. We're going to have it. We're going to keep it, and we're going to make sure that there's going to be peace, and there's not going to be any problem, and nobody's going to question it. And we're going to run it very properly. And
Mr. President, you've said
team are you
before that
putting in
the
charge
U.S.
of it?
would buy Gaza, and today you just said we're not going to buy Gaza.
We're not going to have to buy. We're going to have Gaza. We don't have to buy. There's nothing to buy. Gaza, it's a war-torn area. We're going to take it. We're going to hold it. We're going to cherish it.
And Mr. President, would you seek to personally develop property in Gaza after this
No.
happens?
No, I've had a great career in real estate. Thank you for your words, and thank you very much.
Mr. President, thank you very much for